Well, folks, we are now hearing reports that Meghan Markle is just so surprised that her career didn't take off after she signed with the Hollywood talent agency WME. There's an article in Newsweek that was published on Sunday. The headline reads, Meghan Markle still needs a boost 6 months on from key signing. Jack Royston writes, Meghan Markle looked set to turbocharge her career after signing with a high-profile Hollywood talent agency. But almost 6 months later, little has been announced officially to demonstrate the success of the partnership. Well, obviously. I mean, why did she think this was going to work? Again, Meghan Markle proves that she is so completely out of touch with public opinion about her. I mean, at this point, most celebrities would have gotten the hint. It's time to lay low, time to let people forget about them, and then maybe try to re-emerge later and re-establish themselves. But no, 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 not Madame Harkle. No, she's going to keep on beating that dead horse. The article goes on to say, much was written about how star agent Ari Emanuel could transform her fortunes across multiple industries, including film and TV production, brand partnerships, and more, with Variety landing the exclusive at the time. Well, see, this is the problem. They believe that just because they say something is going to happen, that it's going to happen. And you know what? That's part of the reason that I am so bothered by Meghan and Harry and their antics. They truly believe that you can buy reality, that if they can just get their PR people to put out all these puff pieces claiming that Meghan's going to be this big success, that her Hollywood career is making a comeback, that it's going to happen, that we are so stupid we're going to believe it. Well, it sounds like they are learning the hard way that maybe they were wrong. The article goes on to say, approaching 6 months on from the announcement of the deal, there is little publicly known about to show for it. Well, of course there's not much to show for it. The woman has no talent, she's got no marketable skills. The only way she knows how to make money is by spilling other people's secrets and trashing them and throwing them under the bus, and that is obviously not going to make money in the long run. What kind of deals did this talent agency think they were going to be able to land Meghan? I mean, I know now she's trying to get in with the Kardashians and appear on their TV show, but it sounds like Kris Jenner is not going for it. Because why would she want to associate with this woman who is known to destroy families? I'm not really fans of them personally. I mean, I've got a lot of problems with what the Kardashians have done to popular culture. But at the same time, at least they do love and support each other as a family. Meghan, no, she just uses her family members and then throws them away when she's done with them. And as for Harry and his family, well, she is the reason that he is completely alienated from his own family. Oh, but maybe we just need to wait a little longer. The article continues saying perhaps it is too early for the partnership to have borne fruit, though their Netflix deal was announced in September 2020, less than 6 months after they first moved to America, even though they found, bid for, and bought a new house during the same period. Oh yes, it's just too early. Any day now, the directors are going to be knocking at her door, begging her to please star in their latest Hollywood blockbuster. She'll get so many offers, she'll have to turn most of them down just because she won't have the time. What with being a mom to Archofficial and Invisibed? I mean, she's a busy woman. She's got to go get milkshakes, she's got to do the school runs. And an expert in PR, Roz Sheldon, weighs in, saying, in terms of the online world, 6 months is a short space of time that you can use to start building behind the scenes. Well, that is what we have been hearing, right, for a while now, that Meghan's got some new business venture, some online business venture she's going to start up any day now. And world, watch out, because once this new business venture blog, whatever it is unveiled, we are going to be blown away. Ms. Sheldon says that would have been a sensible approach, slowly building behind the scenes and working out who she is and how she wants to come across, because she's had a lot of stick. Oh, poor thing. That poor Meghan has gotten so much flack, and she didn't do anything to deserve it. I mean, she's an angel. She's the reincarnation of Diana. Why can't people see that? Now, actually, there is some interesting information in the article claiming that maybe Meghan and Harry have been involved with WME for a lot longer than we think. So the article says it is difficult to say for sure how far back Harry and Meghan's involvement with WME goes, as per the Prince credited Jennifer Rudolph Walsh, its head of worldwide literary, speakers and conference divisions, in the acknowledgments in his memoir Spare, released in January. He wrote thanks and hugs to Jennifer Rudolph Walsh for her always positive energy and soulful counsel. Now, it is possible that it was limited to Harry's book only, or it's possible they have been involved somehow with this firm for a while now. Who really knows? The article says, interestingly though, one of Harry and Meghan's earliest deals back in 2020 was with public speaking specialist, the Harry Walker Agency, owned by Endeavor, which also owns WME. And honestly, folks, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I know that back then Sunshine Sachs was doing their PR. Of course, Sunshine had to cut them off after they refused to pay Sunshine. But anyway, we're supposed to forget about that, remember? But at the same time, I kind of wonder if they really have been involved with WME since 2020. Why does WME still want to be involved with them after they've seen that everything Meghan and Harry touch turns to crap? And then they're still insisting that Meghan is just looking for some new platform to host her Archetype series. I know Audible has been thrown out there, but Audible certainly didn't say anything about it, so I'm guessing this is another made-up story. But anyway, then the Newsweek article goes on to talk about where Meghan goes next. Let's see what they had to say. Royston writes, of course, it could well be that a new deal is still being thrashed out, or that news of its signing has yet to be made public as the couple quietly work on producing some new content. Okay, could be. But let's think about what the executives of Spotify had to say about Meghan and Harry's producing of content. They said the two of them don't know how to produce anything, that they're lazy, and all their ideas are ridiculous. I kind of do believe that Meghan and Harry are trying to work on producing some content behind the scenes, but I don't believe they're successfully producing anything. I mean, I know that they're already being paid by Netflix, but at the same time, Netflix cannot agree to any stupid content that they want to produce. I mean, Netflix needs to be careful to get some return on its investment. And then Royston reminds us, however, it is a recurring feature of Harry and Meghan that speculation about them tends to build whenever a vacuum of information is allowed to develop. Well, yes, this is their strategy. This is Meghan's favorite strategy, in fact. That's why there's so much weird information out there, or lack of information about the children. I mean, everything. She truly believes that if speculation is allowed to build, that's going to keep her name in the headlines, that's going to keep people talking about her, and then somehow, eventually, once the information is released, we're all going to fall in love with her. I'm still not really clear how that last step is going to work out, but whatever. That's part of the plan. The PR expert Sheldon told Newsweek she's lurched from one thing to another very publicly. Oprah, the Netflix documentary, and everything else. She's come under a lot of criticism, so I think taking more time is probably sensible for her, building behind the scenes and making that deal work with the right things in place, rather than looking like she wants to be constantly in the limelight. We try to build things for people who have been very openly in the spotlight and criticized in the media. It is very difficult, and it needs to come from within. It is being credible, but making sure it comes from somewhere that is quite transparent, and it is really you and you feel that it is the way you want to go. Well, there are a few things wrong with this little plan for Madame Markle. First of all, she always wants to be in the limelight. You're never going to be able to make it look like she doesn't. She cannot help herself. That's the thing about it. I'm sure her PR people, I'm sure her talent agency people, I'm sure they tell her, Meghan, you gotta lay low for a little while. You gotta stop barging onto the stage, taking microphones and things like that. People are getting tired of it. And she says, no, I know better. People need to hear what I have to say. You seem to be forgetting that. See, that's the problem with her. She will not listen to anybody's advice. And as for trying to build things for people who have been very openly in the spotlight and criticized, well, yes, of course she has been criticized for her awful behavior. It's not like people are going after her for no good reason. In normal circumstances, when dealing with a normal person with some sense, I think this plan would work. Let the celebrity lay low for a little while, work on something behind the scenes, and then they can make a comeback. But this is Meghan we're talking about. See, the biggest challenge presented by Madame Markle that the talent agencies cannot possibly overcome is that she has no real self. There is no authentic version of her. As a narcissist, Meghan has no real true personality that she can use to relate to other people. And that is why, even though she has spent millions on PR and on this talent agency, her reputation only continues to plummet. And you, what do you think about the fake Duchess? Please let me know your opinion below in the comments section. Please don't forget to like and share this video with anybody else who would enjoy it. And before you go, do not forget to subscribe to Kate Middleton and the Queen channel to get more videos. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll be back to see you soon in the next videos.